That's fine.
Ahoy! Crypto Pirates, welcome to your Discourse Syndicate's FN Hangout. Friday is here. We've made it. I am the captain, RG3, coming to you on a Friday night, giving you all a place to come and grieve, air your differences, speak well, happy thoughts, whatever it is that you want to bring here. We do it here on the FN Hangout. We've had it all, guys. We've had it all. And knock on wood, we haven't, we're still here. I don't know. Maybe one of these days they will shut us down. But for now, they haven't. So anyway, welcome, chat room. Look at this. Look at who is in here. Let's go through it real quick. We got Russ Allen Hackett, Crypto Ragoon, Sandy, Squigs. Squigs? Is that you, Squigs? My buddy from Twitter, Squigs? Or is that a different Squigs? Sarah G, Case Closed, Crypto Journeyman, Crypto Compassion. Hey, welcome. Good to see you here. Tea Time, Frosty Dog. What's up, Frosty Dog? Crypto Gains Club, Par Excellence, Nardo, my man. Crypto King, the producer, is in the house. Firefighting 82. What time is it out there for you, producer? Jerry Oaksmith. This is the borderline boomer stream. This is the extreme, my friend. This is the extreme. The boomers were our parents, and they're the ones to blame for all of the ills that we're dealing with these days. And the Xers, we sat on our asses while they screwed everything up. Anyway. I get to hang out with the captain tonight. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I get to hang out with you. That's the real cool part about it. I have been waiting all week to I have been limited on Twitter. I've been really busy this week, and I've been waiting all week to come hang with Hexicans. And one of my good buddies is in the green room already. Let's see who's here. Dorsey, what's up, OG? COTG, the ultimate hex troll / wrench slinger himself. Children of the Grave. Tea Time, Chris. I can't freaking. Somebody said what it was. Sid, and I know it's a simple word, and I still can't figure it out. I guess it's the X at me, right? Let's see. Who else is Sensei Doozy? Bow to your sensei, everybody. Bow to your sensei. MT Coiner. Yo, what up, dude? Let's see who else is in here. Man, it's like it just skipped. Oh, I just lost a bunch of chat. That's weird. It just skipped. Anyway, Jonathan Kampala, Pay Me Hex. Yo, what up? Spike, the Happy Pineapple, Mr. B-Rad. B-Rad. What's up, B-Rad? I love that movie, man. Malibu's Most Wanted. That was freaking awesome. You're looking younger and younger, Blue Collar Grunt. Thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling young. Today, I weighed in at my lowest weight ever, man. Ever. I weighed in. I'll tell you, I weighed in at 181 pounds, down from 218, baby. Oh, feels so good. It feels so good. And then Par Excellence wants to throw his shit in there. I'm a millennial, but he identifies as a Gen Y. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Identity wars on your generation. All right. And Ewok. Hey, what's up, Ewok? Good to have you. So anyway, a busy week. Where are we at real quick? I just want to see something because I'm starting to see a pattern here. Yeah, we're almost at 4 cents, cranking around 4 cents. It's like Thursday and Friday paydays come around and we see Hex start pumping. People like get in on payday or something. Is that what's going on? We dollar costing in, cranking us up a little bit every week. That's what it looks like. But anyway, maybe we'll see another dip this week and you can catch yourself another bargain. Maybe wait until it does dip during the week before you spend your paycheck on it. I don't know. That's just looks like a pattern to me. But anyway, lots of news this week with all the scam coins getting scammier, all of the desperate coins getting more desperate-ier. Institutions turning down some of these desperados out there who have wrecked themselves by over leveraging the crap out of their platforms. What a shit show it is out there in crypto land. And guess what? Hex users unaffected. Hex users, we're just being sucked into the vortex hole of crypto like everybody else. And here we are, But anyway, oh boy, look at that. I'm just looking at the chat, guys. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring our guests up now. Well, this guy's not a guest, but
I'm your number one guest. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I'm so honored to be on here with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to share the screen with you.
You showed up one. Shut the. Oh, the disrespect is just crazy. Oh, I get no respect. Anybody remember Rodney Dangerfield? No, that's a boomer thing, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway,
and
then one of my good buddies, somebody who actually does have respect for me, Timmy B. What's happening, buddy?
What's up, Captain?
Timmy? Hexicon. Thank you, sir. Good man, right there.
Quick question for you, Captain.
Yeah.
Is my air conditioner causing backup noise?
No, I could hardly hear you.
You can hardly hear me?
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Are you in a trailer or
5
something?
feet away.
I'm in my motorhome and I'm using my phone.
Look at you go.
You have any headphones?
The picture is beautiful. The picture's great. It just sounds like you're very far away from the microphone. That's all.
Okay. Let's see if I can fix that at all.
MT Coiner, how am I like Riker from Star Trek?
What's a Riker? All right, I want to see Riker. Is Riker a Ferengi or something?
Oh, probably. That's probably. It doesn't seem familiar. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to do a Google search here.
Yep, I'm looking it up right now. I want to see what somebody's saying. Oh no, he's number 2. Riker's number 2.
Oh, the number 2. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, he's number 2. He's Riker.
How do I sound now?
Hey, you still sound far away, but we could hear you.
Hey, RG3, you need to say Chris side effects.
Oh, that's what it is. Side effects. Okay, now I get it. Side effects. Chris side effects. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Yeah, side effects. Okay.
Yep. Did you see that?
Who would have known? Who would have known? I can hardly read anyway, let alone cipher shit.
I love it. That's why we're here. It's all good.
Oh God, Brasology's in here too. We got Brasology. But Calm, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. One of the I know we all have early day Hexican buddies that we talk to in the middle of the night, while we were just launching Hex, and it was what we call it, the damn COVID thing was going. But Hex Kong was one of those guys that would stay up wee hours of the evening with us and chat, and because he would work graveyard shifts and stuff. It was some long old memories.
You're taking me back, man. You're taking me back.
Taking you back.
The good old days when we were hated and despised even more than we are now.
Now
we didn't even have a track record for respect.
We used to be hated by people outside the community. Now we just get hate from inside the community.
From the
I get more hate
inside,
from inside the community now than I do from outside the community. I
I
don't know how
know.
that happened.
I know, it's funny how that all works now. Well, whatever.
I don't hate you, Captain. We had great lunch together.
No, right? Wasn't it? We did. We had a good one. You, me, and my daughter hung out and had food at the local eatery here. And before you went on your trip up north, how was that? Beautiful up there?
Awesome.
Right?
Idaho's a great place.
Yeah, but did you went up the coast, right? You took Highway 1 up, went up through Big Sur and all that? Monterey?
Yep. I took the coast all the way up to Crescent
right.
City, and then I cut over.
Nice. Yeah, it's just freaking gorgeous up there. Love that place. Love that place. All right, let's see. We've got another Hexican back here. Crispy man, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. Hold on. I got to
Crispy's
swap
an
over.
OG, man. This is an OG, guys. For those of you who are not familiar with Crispy.
Big OG.
This is
No more than you guys, man. No more than you.
yeah, a whole 2.5, 3 years. What is it now?
Yeah,
3
no
years
kidding.
of
Yeah,
being
man.
around.
Well, yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
I got
remember-
socks that old.
Remember, price bias, man. Price bias. Remember back when we didn't think it could get to this high?
Yeah.
Penny.
Remember
it
when
was a
we
big
thought a penny? Yeah, it was a huge deal.
deal.
Yep.
Big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. Now nobody wants to sell it a nickel, or at 3 cents. It's like I ain't selling my hex at that cheap. No way.
Just rolling. Hey, Tim, how you doing, buddy?
Very well. How are you?
Good, man. It's been a while.
Oh, look, we got some Hexicans coming in here. We got Moons Mullins. What's happening?
Yo, what's up, guys?
How's it going? And look at this, everybody. The man, the PulseCon man himself, T Money from Freedom Info.
Money.
What's happening, bud?
The money.
What's up? What's up, my friends?
It's good to see you, bro.
Good
Oh,
It's been a
so-
while, I know. Holy smokes.
Oh,
It's-
and
It's
regulars?
I'm coming up for air.
yeah, look at you, man. You look
Busy.
like you've aged a couple of years here in the last month or two.
Right? A lot of gray hair going on. Oh my
Hey,
God.
they got stuff in a bottle that'll fix that stuff, man. You have locks and you got locks, so you may as well
I'm
make
proud
them
of
look
mine.
dark, man.
This is all
I
wisdom.
wear
right
mine.
here. Wisdom.
Amazing.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
wear mine like a
product.
badge of honor here.
What have you? Yeah. Anyway,
So it's good to
Yeah.
see you, Hex Deck. Thanks, brother, for being here.
What's up? You brought the all-star cast, Captain. I'll tell you what. Like,
That's right.
yeah.
it looks good.
No,
It
I
looks
mean,
good.
we got Timothy Benjamin in the house. Crispy, my man.
Mr. 16.
T Money. Look forward to seeing you guys in Vegas.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh,
I'm
let me
excited.
kill the echo. That's my bad.
You guys,
I
you guys
am
want to
excited.
show your 15%
There we
discount?
go. What's
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
we've got a 16% discount.
15%.
15%.
that?
I was thinking Hex Deck 16.
16.34% discount.
Somebody said 50% on one of their streams this week. I was like, no, it's not 50%. Like,
And it is.
yeah.
All you
Half
got to
off.
do to get your PulseCon tickets is go to DS369 as the code discount code, and you'll get your 5% off.
1.5.
15%.
15.
That's all you get.
15%. Yeah,
But you get
know.
value. That's bigger than the 50%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys seen the website. It's PulseCon2022.com. I mean, we got a good lineup of people.
Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of people are talking like, oh, what if what if PulseChain doesn't drop before PulseCon and blah blah blah. No, dude, it's already set
we
in
hype it
motion.
up.
Everything's going great. We have a lot of people outside of the Pulse and Hex community that are coming. So
It's
We
the
got-
pre-pulse that's most exciting.
It always is, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
I'm just saying, I was using Richard Hart's reference for the name of Pulse, but oh god, good to see you guys, bro. Like this is like
Speaking of, anyone see Richard Hart's last tweet?
which one?
Oh yeah.
This
I
one?
sent. Oh,
corn.
yeah,
Pretty
he had
cool.
one
Yeah,
just
hanging out with
before he
Corn
was
on
with him.
stage.
No way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not as cool though.
No
as
way.
Not as
having a
cool as
wild
hanging
SJ
out with
show up.
corn
Oh.
in the backyard in Huntington
SJ.
Beach.
It's
Yay.
a and she appears.
No, it was way cooler than that.
Corn in the backyard in Huntington Beach. My lady, welcome.
And she appears.
No, it was way cooler than
All right, now we're up.
Yeah,
That's,
no, it's AJ. Yeah, she's just
Was that her?
you got your YouTube open. I did the same thing.
SJ.
It's just
I made that
SJ. Sorry,
before.
sorry. Yeah.
Yes,
Is,
yes, Alan, I would love to share your t-shirts with me. I would love that. So feel free to share your t-shirts with me anytime.
Oh no. No, SJ didn't disappear, did she?
No, she's still there. She's just on mute. She's probably fixing her audio or something.
Trying to
She's
fix
trying
your
to fix
stuff.
it.
Is your stream from YouTube on there, SJ? Firefighting 82, stick around a little bit. We'll get you one of those wrenches.
So here's a wild shirt I bought for Vegas. I don't know. I'll wear it to one of the parties, but
Hell yeah.
I'm like,
I'm
yeah, I'm
looking
just
forward
gonna
to seeing
rep it.
everybody. It's I'm just so elated that a lot of we've sold quite a bit of tickets already. We got a lot of people. I don't know if you saw also, we got a lot of people from the NFT community that they're coming out. It's interesting. There's moonwalker.club. There's Hilt, HILT. It's the guys that do the crypto kiosks, the ATM machines. They're our sponsors now.
Okay.
You know, who else like outside of the Pulse Hex community? The GBA, the Government Blockchain Association is going to be there.
Wow.
They're coming out in a big way. They bought about a block of 200 tickets already. So it's just interesting how there's a lot going on in the crypto world.
A lot.
There's also there's a real estate. They're coming also. They're going to do a panel, a real estate panel, because there's a lot of people asking about buying property with crypto, and the real estate agents, right? That association, they want standards. They want to know, how to deal with crypto and do these transactions.
By the way, guys, we have a solution for that. So just want to throw that out there. We have a solution that settles in cash instantly with any crypto paid. Already done deal. We're doing some brokerage deals right now with some companies out of Arizona, and it's the technology exists, guys. So we're gonna see a lot more real estate transaction deals going on thanks to that. So
yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm really excited about that because I'm a big real estate guy. I'm getting invested with some real estate syndication deals, some big 100 and 1,000 door deals right now. And if any of you guys are accredited investors, I can help you guys get in the door on that too, because I know a lot of you guys want that cash flow, and some of you guys want that outside of crypto, and we can do that, guys. We can help you out with that. But yeah, what Team Money's talking about is a lot of people in that space. When we were at Limitless, when the captain and I were at Limitless, it was amazing how many of those real estate guys are like absolutely infatuated with crypto. So it's a great opportunity for us to merge these worlds. So glad to hear that you were going to have some guys speaking at the panels at PulseCon. That's awesome, man. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to. I tweeted out to I guess he's the founder of Boxable last night.
Oh yeah,
kind of trolled him, but I hit up Powered City and the tweet and everything like that. I'm I've been on the waiting list for some time. And when you guys mentioned the NFT aspect with Pixel Park, and so I was definitely interested. I already bought my tickets for the after party out there, and meeting those guys just to understand more about it, because I want to put one of those on my property. I'm excited about that.
They're pretty cool, yeah. They're definitely pretty cool.
Well, I like the use of the NFT aspect outside of just buying, as Richard says,
Well, as a useful NFT, absolutely, because these
Exactly.
overpriced JPEGs is not what the future of NFTs hold. So I'm
Exactly,
excited
yeah.
about this. Hey, real quick, guys, I just want to throw this out there for everybody else. Since we've got Team Money here anyway, we were going to play this anyway, but this is a great time and a great segue for this.
Let's do it.
Yeah, baby. That's
Well,
gonna be an awesome
well.
event.
I didn't know that existed. That was awesome.
Very well done. Yeah.
Was that a surprise for me?
That's kind of cool.
That was
SJ.
just for you, Captain.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Ahoy.
SJ, you are absolutely freaking stunning, lady.
I wanted to look the part for my first FN Hangout. Yar.
Oh, this is your first?
My lady.
sure is.
You're beautiful.
Boom.
My goodness. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Bring a little
Yeah.
bit of the feminine energy in the crypto space around here.
Yeah, I saw that tweet, SJ. She's wrecking out the ladies of Hex, bro.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sponsor that hole, y'all.
Wash your balls.
We need to get those balls nice and clean.
The balls are being washed. The holes are just there.
There's all aspects to
I'm gonna sit
entertainment
this
and
one
fun.
out.
Yeah, Kinetics, like I'm out. We're talking
No, I
about
didn't.
golf.
I did
It's
did not
great
tag
for
Kinetics on
being
purpose
fun.
to make him blush.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm turning red.
I'm
See?
a degen. I accepted it with good humor. It's all for fun. It's all to help
Yeah.
out, forwarding the space. Everybody's doing their part. Everybody has a different aspect. We don't all come from the same aspect, and it's like, but as a community, I love what we're doing right now here in the bear market. Like, I mean, we got through some of that nonsense we had a couple months ago, and I think we're pushing past that. Price be damned, full speed ahead. And it's just amazing. A lot of positive. I've been more involved in Twitter spaces recently. I've talked about, getting from the the introvert to the extrovert aspect and that type of stuff. And it really has been the Hex community that has helped me out. So I appreciate everyone for that.
Yeah, man. How could you not be bullish, right? Right now,
Mhm.
oof,
Oh, it's sick.
every day.
I have
man.
some extremely low limit orders just hoping to get triggered right now.
Nice.
Extremely low.
Yeah,
Like,
I do too.
I may cry that the price gets that low, but I'll be happy at the same time that my orders get filled. So we'll see. We'll see.
No crying.
I'm at the
No
point where
crying.
I'm at the point where, like, I said this to somebody, because I have a meeting with somebody tomorrow morning about an hour early for the workspace aspect, because this guy, like 3 months ago, was like, basically shut me down. I want to hear about any of your crypto stuff. Like, I'm like, hey, good. Like, you'll never hear it out of my mouth talking to you again. I'm like, and all of a sudden, like, in the past 48 hours, he's blown me up. Yesterday, he went on lunch, and I directed him to a Richard Hart. I'm like, just go Google Richard Hart on YouTube. He came back. This guy is so fired up. He's like, can we get this set up? Hey, howdy, Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Yeah.
welcome, my lady.
Thanks for joining
Welcome.
us there, Lindsay.
Yeah,
Let me
so,
stop my other mic real quick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
too.
sounds great.
We're all
But
amateurs. in
it's
the
funny.
evening.
It's funny, Hextech, because I had a buddy that got into crypto in 2016 with me, and he's still swimming in all the crap. And he's
Really?
even seen me succeed with Hex in the Richard Hart ecosystem. And I'm like, dude, when are you gonna get wise and stop listening to these Tika Tawaris of the world and these guys that lost their securities licenses for shady business deals?
Right.
When are you gonna stop listening to these guys, the guys that sell you the information, and just go with the people that you know have actually done well in this space? So I don't know.
Makes sense.
I think some people
Too much sense.
just they just don't get it. They just would rather play the game of hard knocks. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we'll just keep onboarding them one at a time while we can. So
Yeah.
you Hexicans doing a great job out there. Way to be trending right now. You guys are amazing.
I think it was the Richard Hart aspect. I think it was some outrageous marketing because I was on the Worst Damn Crypto show earlier, and I think it was last week now, or maybe it was first part of this week. And so we made a joke. I was showing them a Rolex I was looking at, and I'm like, I've been looking at this thing for like 6-8 months. And so I posted on Twitter, I'm like, if I get 70 likes, like, I'll buy this Rolex. So Famous went and tweeted it out and stuff. And like, it went up to like 73, 76. I'm like, okay, well, I have to do it now. And I'm like, I think this guy, he has materialist aspects. My aspects are a lot different. They're not materialistic. But I was like, I honestly thought in my head, I'm like, let me do some outrageous marketing stuff. Like, let me just go like try this on a local level instead of like a public, because I'm not that big. I'm a small fish. And I think that's kind of like he didn't really believe me, until the fact that I'm like, yeah, bro, like, just, and it doesn't mean anything. And I like the fact that they do hold their value. I did a lot of research from Richard's post about, certain aspects that hold value over time. So, I'm not worried about like the investment. I could give a poop about the watch personally.
Yeah. Seems like there are several people following Richard's lead on that. I saw someone posting their caviar snack a little earlier in the day.
I didn't see that.
I love that stuff. That stuff
I
is
love
good.
food snacks. I'm a foodie.
I love caviar.
Love it. That's funny.
No caviar. No.
Oh, I love it. Flogwa. I love that stuff too, man. I can eat that.
Oh, bro. And the best frog wah you can get is from my hometown or my home area, Hudson Valley. Do some research if you love frog
They got
wah.
special ducks
Good
there that
stuff,
they feed
bro.
beer and give them
telling you
massages
what.
and shit.
I
Like
know
Wagyu
food.
duck.
20 years in
Wagyu
the
duck.
experience. So, no, there's, in fact, shout out to a guy. I don't know if any of you guys follow him or if you've ever seen him. Hex, he goes by the Hex Jimbo. Have you seen him on the Twitter Spaces or anything?
No, can't say. I have.
He's a guy. This guy is doing 3-star Michelin food out of a food cart, a food truck in Portland. Ballet Brand and I went out there back in May. I flew out because I saw the food he was posting and like did some. I mean, this guy's like killing it, right? Like, and
He's got Michelin star coming out of a food truck, huh?
No pasta. Handmade pasta, like awesome. Like,
But I'm saying
like,
he's got a Michelin star. This guy's got a Michelin star.
He's worked for many Michelin
top
star
of the top.
restaurant people. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It's really awesome. Well, don't trust me. Ask Ballet Brand. I mean, he tasted the food.
I'm supposed to trust Bran? Are you kidding
Oh.
me? You're asking me to trust Bran over you?
I'm telling you what. I'm like, it was fantastic. We sat there and we talked for 4.5 hours. It went to 1:00 in the morning in our conversation, and I'm like,
Do we have music now?
somebody.
Yeah.
We did.
You didn't know that? We have
I didn't
background
know
music.
that.
It's funny. Hex Huddle said, "Play some Feeding the Ducks background music." We have an actual
play some
song called "Feeding the Ducks." That's why I was
There you
playing.
go.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of groovy.
Man, you haven't been streaming enough lately, Captain. You don't keep up on all the
Well, I don't-
updates.
Oh, I I don't go in there and look at stuff. Where's it at? I don't.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I know you're afraid to push buttons. You go to brand.
Oh, I see it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh. Lindsay, you're muted, by the way, because I know you were trying to say some stuff earlier, but you were muted.
No, I was trying to actually like just peek in the private chat and just say hello and give the ladies golf hacks a good pump because we're going to be out there hitting it hard.
Let's pump the ladies' golf hole.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, give us a good 30-second elevator pitch, ladies.
I
on
mean, if you
what
didn't
needs to
set
happen.
you up with your own elevator pitch, then shame on all of you creative souls out there. We have a ladies' hex hole. You may all take it from there and whatever direction you wish. We up into the
You
right.
may take it from there, she said.
Up into the right,
That
preferably.
hex hole.
However,
Oh.
like
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm so glad my wife doesn't watch this.
well, that is why there's a great representation in this community of ladies of every throw out there. Like
true.
there is you can't describe it. Like SJ, you could probably do it more eloquently than I can. Like
No, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, you are,
Lindsay,
yeah.
You're very well spoken. We appreciate you coming on.
So wait a second. Okay, so
always.
So I have the privilege. I won't talk about details, but I have the privilege of being in the ladies' Twitter room.
You do have the privilege. That's right. Thank you, Captain, for acknowledging.
I did not realize that.
I have the well, only because I started it for Sammy when she started the Ladies of Hex show. And then it blossomed, and it's like where the place where all the ladies of Hex go. And I ended up getting to be a fly on the wall in there. And some of the shit you guys talk about.
Well, it's no wonder I can never get a hold of you.
I would not have on
around
this
in
show.
So I'm trying to
Hex
say
ladies
you're
chat.
hanging out in the ladies' locker room is what you're telling us.
I
here.
get it. I get the privilege of hanging out in the ladies' locker room. And
You're talking about good side effects
Mexican
here, SJ.
ladies. They're
Better
smarter
man
than
than
all
me.
of you guys, and they know it too. Just to let you know, they're smarter than all you guys, and they know it, and they
Very
talk
true.
about
It's
it.
okay.
SJ, we cannot deny this. We cannot
Great.
deny this. We know.
And Bristology identifies as a pregnant goat, so we'll go into
It
the
is what it
pregnant goat
is. I
chat
mean, hey,
with it.
you do
If
you.
that's your thing.
You do you.
Technology, no
Mhm.
problem.
All are welcome here.
That's right, 100%.
Yes, pregnant
Yeah.
goats.
Your money is
ladies,
good here.
Dumb
You
men.
can buy Hex
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
Whatever weird mental issues you have.
If you can hit the buy button with your hoof, you can buy Hex.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
boy.
No, it is indeed a very fun place to be the ladies' chat. And I feel very privileged as well to be able to be part of that tight-knit niche of this community. In fact, the support that we've had for this tweet that has already gone viral has been amazing.
Yeah.
I can't believe, and I'm really excited to reach out to the communities that I've been dabbling in. We were down in New York City at NFT NYC this week doing some work, and I was wearing
Oh, I saw
Suzanne's
that.
art,
Yeah.
bling bling in PulseChain, like with the sun being pictures everywhere. There's people with picket signs saying, was it God hates NFTs? And I'm
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
I saw that.
No,
That's
I'm out
awesome.
there. We're Vibra's doing the work. We're getting out there and we're meeting others, communities, and we're bridging it. And that's like the ladies are coming hard. And like we said, there is no elevator pitch with the ladies' Hex. It's
I'm
the
not touching
first
that.
time women are gathering internationally to golf for a crypto community. I feel like that
Great
speaks
point.
volumes
The first
for
That
time
is
ever,
big.
right?
I think that's
That's
huge.
I think
That
it's
is
big
not-
too.
That is massive. That's massive. Women, do you understand what the acronym GOLF stands for? If you don't,
No.
put it in the chat. Somebody will tell you.
I want you send it in
about
the
it.
private chat. I want to know it. Yeah. I know acronyms for vehicles, but I don't know acronyms for what golf stands for. So
Mm.
All I know is they're acronyms for finance terms, and nobody here wants to hear that. That would be
Well,
boring.
you guys know what Jeep stands for? Just empty every pocket. I mean,
Oh, okay. There you go.
and having owned one for like over 4 years, before I sold it was, oh, nice. Okay. I see
Hex
it.
ranked on
I see it
Yahoo
there.
properly for the boomers. Thanks, Hex Auto. Appreciate you.
Hey, I got a question for you, Kinetics.
I might
Okay.
have an answer for you.
Yeah, you might, but I think you're qualified to like expostulate upon this aspect.
Did you just say expostulate?
I want
I
to
don't
do
even
a
know what that
thought
means.
style thing. I want to do a thought
Right.
style.
Hey,
What
SJ,
is
I need you as
Wait
my
a minute.
dictionary on this
I
one.
don't know a lot of words, but that's one I've never ever even heard.
That's
before.
new to me too.
I know
No.
postulate, but
Eighth
I don't
grade,
think
eighth
that's
grade.
what you said.
Expostulate, like go bigger than just postulate on. the
Okay,
thought.
well,
Expostulate.
Okay, I'm going to use
Give me your
X on
question.
everything.
Go ahead.
I'm channeling my inner thoughts child. Okay, SJ, you know what I'm talking about. So this is the thing. So one of the things with the whole grayscale stuff, that just recently transpired here in like the past 48 hours and stuff, and studying that out is they did a lot of like, I call it shady dealing. It's business.
They're just trying to save their asses. Is what they're
It wasn't
to do.
Grayscale didn't do anything shady. It's the people that were trading Grayscale, like Three Arrows Capital was their number one one client. So
that's my question.
Oops,
So
look where
is
they're
there
at
a
now.
potential for that to happen, like with the Hex Trust?
Well,
No.
Because what they were trying to do is what they were doing is they were buying GBTC and then selling it for what they bought it for to other institutions at a premium. So yes, absolutely, that can happen secondarily. But that has nothing to do with GBTC.
It has nothing
Grayscale and the Bitcoin Trust did
No,
absolutely nothing wrong.
That was what it was. What the leveragers did with it.
Yeah,
The people that were
it's when
using
they
it
leveraged it, when they took a 1% collateralized loan out on it, and then the price collapses and you can't cover your bet.
And when you get liquidated, you suck everything down with you.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that question out there. I'm always shopping, because they basically did like bank shopping, like all these places that are getting wrecked. Like if you're just new to crypto, like you don't understand the stuff, but like they were doing like, hey, so-and-so lent me $1,000. Can I take 10,000 leverage from you? And I'm using small numbers, but I didn't like that aspect of it. So I had a question.
Yeah, so Three Arrows Capital was literally 100 to 1 leveraged, and they were the largest position holder within the GBTC, and they were selling it at a premium. So when it started trading at a discount, and they were leveraged too.
They were leveraged in Luna
in other ways,
and also in Celsius, like to the tone of 500 million each.
Oh yeah, well, I tagged Richard the minute I heard it this morning about Voyager, and I tagged him and he added him to the wreck list. Basically,
anyone see that tweet out there that someone said, if I had only known that Richard Hart was going to outlast all the other people out there, and he said, just wait till my immortality kicks in. I was like, that is an awesome tweet right there.
I know, but it's funny. Did you see the Hex.info chart that Gerardo put up this morning? I was like,
no, I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that.
Check that out. It was like, well, we all see where it can go from here, but.
I love it. Well, it's funny because these guys that call Richard a scammer, and so he got in trouble for $500 not being able to represent himself for spam in the early digital marketing days. That doesn't make you a scammer. And if you know anything about this protocol that you want to talk trash about, you would know that even if he disappeared, there's no way to rug this. This is immutable code that's run trustlessly by the users. It doesn't. You're the one that stakes to run the code. You're the one that unstakes and mints your own rewards. Like Richard Hart could go away. It doesn't matter. So the intellectual laziness in this space is just killing me. And I just can't wait to see him outlast all of them. All of them.
Yeah.
And all the trash that's going to be
He already
talked in the
has.
coming years is exciting, guys. We won, guys. We won. We've been getting here attacked for 3 years now, and we won.
This next bull market, we're just gonna be like beating our chests like gorillas or lady apes. No, I'm serious. I'm like, because I'm trying to explain this to somebody. If you understand, you understand, but there's few. And like, if you really see it for what it is, and you knew, and you've like kicked around or you've done your studies, it's like, what? Like, this is nothing. I'm like, what? Like 4-cent hex? God dang.
We're still what? We're still 100x up. I mean, we're still 100x up, even at a 97% discount, like all-time high. Like we're still doing pretty well, guys. We are hanging in there. We're doing just fine.
People in the hex community who have sacrificed. I mean, I've talked to RG3 privately and stuff like that, but I mean, people have sacrificed for these different aspects, for freedom of movement, freedom of speech, that type of thing. Delayed gratification. Like, this is what we're built around. That's why I don't understand. Like, people like, don't you understand A, the term of what a sacrifice is, and B, don't you understand like what you're doing with blockchain as free speech or freedom of movement? Like, you're taking two systems and putting them together into a potential financial product. For my respects, I have a deeper understanding about doing that, because if I gave that away as a sacrifice with no expectation of return, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I will wake up tomorrow and eat my avocado.
Not me. I'm gonna hunt Richard Hart down. I will find that man. I don't care where he's at in the world. No, that's exactly it. A sacrifice is exactly that. A sacrifice.
I am a peaceful
Just like
person.
I am going to sacrifice this to all of your eyes right now, whether you like it or not. Ah!
Oh,
There's that's my new avatar for the ladies of ladies of Hex Room.
Is that RG3?
That's the captain.
My
eyes hurt right now. Oh my god!
That's RG Fine. That's RG Fine.
Bleach. Oh Jesus! Lord help me.
Wow.
I repent from everything I've done.
Hextech was like, man, she's hot.
Or not.
Oh man.
Oh wait, that's RG5.
You guys are blushing. You guys are checking me out. I see. Yeah. I'm watching.
It's a whole new world, RG.
I'm kind of shy now, man. You're gorgeous.
I love this. I love this. Is that the latest women's surfing champion?
Oh god.
Hey, the Hex
Gen
Hex
Hex is
16.
thinking.
Oh,
to his
Hex?
point. Yeah, to your point about people, just remember that everybody's starting somewhere, right? And so even when I have to tell you, I looked at that AA lobby, I was thinking the same thing. You sure don't call it a sacrifice with something else technically, but still, right? It was a big leap of faith. It just takes time in this market for all the new folks to get it,
It does.
Oh, another one. Look at the powerhouse of ladies we got coming in
Black
tonight. What's up, Black
Hexicans?
Hexicans?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hardest working lady in Hex.
Hell yeah.
I think she probably is.
Good-looking group tonight.
Yeah, the ladies are cleaning the place up. That's for sure.
That's
there we go. Yeah.
There you guys go.
Oh, there's plenty more of
Hex
that.
ladies.
Where that came from.
We will wash your balls. We're washing balls for donations.
All right. Since we have the respected lady on the channel, when does it start on Monday?
So we have 2 start times, right? Because we got real golfers that will be with us that want that good old 7 a.m. start time. And then we have the Vegas crowd. We got some guys from Pornhub, and we got like a wild bunch coming out for
I'm going. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna embarrass myself and go.
But that's
golf.
running on Monday, right? On
And
the
that's at
5th?
1:30. It's on Labor Day. It's on Monday. We're trying to get everybody out to Vegas. We are doing the best we can to like get other PulseChain, you know, like other developers, other people to come out to this event. T-Money and Nikki and like all those guys, what they're doing, they are bringing a lot of new faces, you know. So we're trying to do our part. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah,
And the
well,
ladies
T-Money knows this.
stepped up.
The conversations don't happen in the you know, the community meeting. They happen on the golf course, or they happen outside the events at the different things. The good conversations, I like to say. You know, I was just wondering because I'm flying in on Monday, so I don't know if I'm going to be there for the golf event.
Fly in on Sunday.
I could probably go on Expedia and change it, but
You know, like we got plenty of time. We're like 2 months out. Like this is a big deal. I mean, we got Internet Money. They done a hole-in-one, right? Where you can win $20K if you do the hole-in-one. Power City is coming out. Bank X. I don't know if you guys have heard of those guys, but like it is a big deal. Like the people are coming out for PulseCon, right? And we're trying to get all these founders, all these developers to come to the golf course, hang out with us. Let's vet them for real, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm going on tour next year. and when I go on tour, I'm going to be teaching people about PulseChain. I'm going to be onboarding. And I don't want people to get wrecked, especially our Hexicans, right? But these people are developing on PulseChain and they are making, you know, waves in the community. They're giving away free tokens, or they're doing all these, you know, promotions. Like I saw the other day, somebody's giving away 250,000 Hex. Who are you targeting giving away 250,000 Hex? Hexicans, right? So we need to embrace these people and find out what they're really about.
Yes, that's
well,
right.
that's the whole concept behind Pulse is whether you like it, I like it, we like it or not, this is going to get a lot bigger, a bigger worldwide space than the small community we have been in for over 2.5 years.
Yep.
Can I share very quickly? My experience in New York City was very eye-opening for me in the sense of the Richard Hart ecosystem community, where I was surrounded by, and you guys can look up the statistics on that and the math, but I was one of a very small community there, and I could throw a stone and no one knew about PulseChain. And what a great way to open a conversation. But man, that just drop that stone out there, because it is one drop in a pond and it makes a ripple effect. So
man. You're 100% correct. Like I've been embracing all these.
They know about PulseChain. They know about their copies.
Yeah, people don't know. Like all these ERC20s, I've been embracing these people that are like developing golf-based NFTs. There's so many of them. Like there's so many communities that are just focused on golf and crypto, right?
Wow.
And like half of them are on Ethereum and do not know that PulseChain is happening. Do not know that a fork of their product, of their NFTs and their coins is happening.
And they don't know that the first international women's golf sponsored hole will be taking place at PulseCon in Las Vegas this September. How amazing is that to be a part of that? Really let that sink in, Black Hexican. You are founding that for this community. Congratulations to you.
Yeah. Big clap.
That's amazing.
It's an effort.
Golf clap. I think that's appropriate right now. Golf clap.
Women are strong.
At least someone got that reference.
I am like, what's her face? Woo, 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 woo. And the polo dip. Yeah, sorry.
We're not there yet, though. We need your help, all of you guys. Like anything, I tell everybody, anything helps. We don't care if it's $5, $10. Cash App has no fees. If you're crypto guys, we have an address. This is a a whole joint effort of all the ladies. We are all contributing to this. Like, I couldn't be more proud of our Hexican women, right? Like, we have groups of like 20s, 30s, 40s of women who like bond together to like promote Hex. That's crazy. What other crypto has that?
None
I
that
can
I've
tell
seen.
you from my limited experience that there are very few communities that will bond together like that, like a beehive, so to speak. But there's going to be two sides of that day. 7 a.m. Come in and get your golf on, and let's make it happen. I feel like 7 a.m. to the turnaround time might be, maybe some come in and chat some crypto. I'd love to see some other communities come in and bring that awareness that you're getting copies of your ERC20s. Like, when you bring out that beat, like, man, nobody knew about that. To drop that bomb, whispers everywhere. So I'm so excited to keep spreading that news. And then in the
I don't believe the golf course is goat friendly. Just want to
Yeah, unless you're mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
I don't know. This
They are
is
great for that.
Nevada. T-Money, what
They
do you
could mow the
think?
lawn around the lady's hole.
Seriously though,
That's
Lindsay.
marketing from all angles. You could take this any which way you slice it, but if we can't raise $2,000 for these ladies to get out there and really make this happen and be the best ball that we could possibly be, then I mean, I don't know what can happen in this community.
Yeah, shame on you, Hexicans.
Yeah,
I'm
and,
surprised I don't already have $2,000 sitting in that wallet. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Do we have the wallet address we can
Yeah,
put?
where's the wallet?
Where's the wallet
We have
address?
plans for the
Post it
extras
in the
that come
private
in.
chat,
I think
Black
I got it.
Hexican, and I'll put it here publicly.
I got it here.
I'll put it in the description too.
It's in the ladies.
You're asking for it, and you have access for it. Come on, bro.
I just remembered they posted in there.
I just added it to the private chat.
And I was going to say,
that RG's in the ladies chat.
Yay.
He's like, I'll go get it.
Sorry,
The
and then
other
I'll take you
cryptos
over
that are
about
coming
that.
to PulseChain.
I get so excited.
The other cryptos that are coming to PulseChain that are going to be there that have sponsorship events and stuff for the whole PulseCon conference, tag those in your tweets because that will garner that attention. Because whether or not they're on board with anything, they're coming out there to see about this new level 1 blockchain, and they're going to get duplicate copies. Obviously, I think they understand that at point if they're already sponsoring or involved in getting like market space, and if they're not, they're going to be there. So
yeah, it's crazy how we're like literally onboarding while recruiting sponsors, right? Taking meetings with these ERC20s who have no idea what PulseChain is, and they're just taking the meeting to find out, how much influence you have. And then they find out in the meeting about PulseChain, and then they're like, oh shit, I think I want to be a part of this. It's crazy. I'm sure T-Money is like had that same experience where he's like hit up somebody and been like, so you know about PulseChain?
So like I was in DC, like right in front of the White House, and I kid you not, like in front of the White House, like just with our shirts, we had our Pulse shirts on. We're just kind of hanging out and just talking to people there in front of the White House and saying, hey, do you guys the first question is, are you guys into crypto? Are you guys into crypto? Right. And then of course and then once the people that said, yeah, we were into some of that. And then we would just drop that bond, you're going to get the biggest airdrop ever. And they're like, what? And he goes, yeah, all your ERC20 tokens. And right there, we're just onboarding everybody. This was like a 2-3 hours. That's it. And I kid you not, we had a whole group surrounding us, wanting to know more. It was weird. It was like we were like the smartest people ever. And so I was at the Government Blockchain Association. I was at their conference, and I asked a question, and it was very interesting that even these guys, they don't know what's going on in crypto. I mean, I kid you not. I feel very privileged to be like one of the smartest guys in crypto because of Richard Hart and all of the information that he's given us. Also, being in Hex, right? In a bear market, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, a bear market," and I'm like, "This is the time to buy." Right? It's in the bear market. It's not in the top. Plus, if you really think about it, like it's so hilarious how people are interacting, right? If you take all of crypto, right, the whole crypto space, it's barely $1 trillion, right, of market cap. If you look at how much our debt, just our debt, United States in debt, federal debt is $30 trillion, $30 trillion, and the whole crypto space, everything is $1 trillion. So it's 1/30 of our debt. It's kind of weird how everything's backwards, right? So us being the smartest people in the world. I mean, Lindsay, you were saying you were at NFT NYC, right? NFT.
Yep.
I mean, for them to I don't know if you guys knew this, but they had a Snoop Dogg impersonator there.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In that case, that went viral.
Yeah.
But the biggest airdrop hasn't gone viral yet.
Their music video, him and Eminem, just aired with their NFTs on it, but nobody knows about PulseChain. Oh, that's so cute. Let me know what it looks like when you get your copy or NFT.
It's step by step.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm glad, ladies, that you're really helping us out here at PulseCon and pushing people to come early to get their ticket in. You guys putting the golf tournament together. Thanks, guys. I mean, this is just like my heart flutters because it's the community looking out for the community, right? If this is all organic, right? Like Black Hexican, she was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this, and this," and I'm like, "Of course, let's do it, right? What? I'm not gonna say no, right? There's and I gotta give kudos to Captain over here. By the way, the reason why PulseCon is called PulseCon, sorry, it's that way. This way. There you go. He's the guy that named it. The reason why it's called PulseCon is because the captain named it. Do you remember that meeting?
Yeah, I remember the meeting.
We had a meeting and we said, "What are we going to call this?" And I was like, "Well," and we had like different names. And he's like, "Let's call it PulseCon." And I'm like, "Just like Comic-Con?" He's like, "Yeah, PulseCon." And that was it. That's how the name came to be. It was that guy right there. I got to give kudos. Yeah.
I have an original idea every once in a while.
I remember crashing your lunch there, T-Money, and being like, "Hey, when are you doing this?" Like, oh man, I'm like, just let me know when you're gonna like launch and buy tickets. And like the minute, like I literally, what was it, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
From when we got back from Vegas, and I'm like, you launched, and I'm like, boom, bought my ticket, bought my airline, booked my room, whole bet, done. Like, and
thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, it's like, because we're putting our right.
That's not the whole story. That's not the story.
It's great. Thank you. I mean, it's everything's great that you guys are coming in a big way. And we're 60 days out. I mean, get your ticket. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be, right after Labor Day. It's that Labor Day weekend. Take the whole week off, right? If you're still working, I understand people are still working. It's fine. Take the whole week off, right? Come out on a big way.
That's what I'm doing.
Get your golf on Monday. Tuesday is the registration and check-in. We're doing a hackathon on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday is the conference. We have the big names like Mitch Lowe from co-founder of Netflix and Redbox, and they're going to be there. He's going to be there. He's going to be speaking to you for a good 30 to 40 minutes. We got Procter Gamble. He's going to be there. In the flesh, right? So, these are people that you want to listen to. You want to see where is crypto going. So it's yes, and then of course Richard Hart, he's going to be there digitally, and so you get to do a Q&A with him, right? And get yourself out there, right? And you know, if you're thinking about doing this, also being a streamer, be a streamer. Like, put yourself out there. It's a lot of fun, right? It's a lot of fun.
100%.
Truth.
Do it.
Yep.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Preach.
I took 10 days off for the event. So actually, I didn't have to take 10 days off. I was retired at the time. So I just like booked my stuff. But I went back to do a new project that I'm doing on Twitter Space and stuff and developing it on the web called the Prosperity Project. But
hate to cut you off there, Hex Deck, but
No,
guys,
100%.
right on, guys.
There we go.
All right. There we go. We're making it. We're making it happen.
So many thank you.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
many thank yous.
And by the way, I'm going to give a shout out to Sammy Chica. We love you.
Oh, Sammy.
Nobody loves her more than DS. Just wanna
She
throw
already
that
got
out
her
there.
ticket to PulseCon. She's coming way early, actually. So I think she's coming like for 10 days or more. You can correct me if you're wrong. I'm wrong, Tammy. But yeah, she's gonna be there this whole week. I'm really looking forward to seeing her and like giving her a big hug, right? Like a big bear hug, or actually a koala bear hug. There you go.
Sammy, we're gonna have to bring you we're gonna have to bring you projective gear, like, because everybody's gonna be like, Sammy, you know, like, what a beautiful representative of the Hex community. She has always been like like for so many women, she's been the forefront of greeting and bringing in, and she is just, Sammy, you are a gem, and we are so lucky to have you. Sincerely.
Well, look who's here. Look who's here.
I figured if I put the link to join us in there enough times that we'd finally get Craig in here.
How am I on camera, but I'm timed out in chat at the same time? How does that happen?
Because we'll let anybody in. We'll let anybody in here.
Oh my goodness.
Even you disrespectful fucktards. We'll let
I
you
just
in.
asked if the ball washing was Captain's idea too. That's all. It was just an honest question.
And what if it was? What if it was?
Then I would give you
Well, what
credit
if
and be
it
like,
wasn't?
good
And
job.
we're creative. We did it all on our own.
Oh,
So look, since I got the big DS audience here, Sammy told me that it was okay that I mentioned this. We are looking for a date for Sammy at PulseCon. We will be doing a dating stream with the best candidates who would like to take Miss Beautiful Sammy Chica out during PulseCon. If
But you're
any
gonna
of
have
you
some
are interested in taking out Sammy, please send me a
I'm worried about their
DM.
safety. I'm worried
Only
about
the best candidates will be allowed to stream with the beautiful Sammy Chica, and she will get to choose who she goes out with.
Sammy, I'd be in the running, but
There's
got
a
this
safety
thing here on the
concern.
finger here.
There is a safety concern. I'm sorry.
Okay, so obviously we will vet you, and
Yes.
we will vet you.
I'm
You're not
talking
gonna-
about the Hexican that goes out with Sammy. I'm worried about them.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't you worry.
You have to speak. You have to speak Australian to go with her.
No, she likes
They
American guys.
Australian.
Well, there's the
Australian.
Thunder from
I
Down
think Sammy's
Under
open. I think
here
Sammy's
in
open.
Vegas.
Yeah, we have the Thunder from Down Under boys down there.
Oh. I was like, well, don't go back there. Don't look back in the past. You got to look forward to the future. That's what PulseCon's all about, right?
So she probably doesn't want to come all the way from Australia to Vegas to hang out with a guy from Australia, right?
Right, exactly. Don't look back. Look forward. What's the future? Let's hop in Maddie's car.
OGs.
Sammy is down for the double date. Just want to throw that out there.
All right, let's make that happen for Sammy.
Yeah, that's
Good
good.
quality Hexican. You may step forward. if you deem yourself worthy, because we will vet you for our Sammy.
Brizology, I just want you to know that just earned you a timeout. So
Let's drop him down.
Timeout.
You got
Foul.
a 5-minute timeout on that one.
Foul. What about pregnant goats? He said.
Jesus.
Is it going to be a Crocodile Dundee reversal, right? Where she's the one that comes over to America and finds an American. We got to find her a nice American boy.
I don't
Baseball
think she's
playing.
looking for nice.
No, they're not
no.
American boys.
Sammy needs a good time. Sammy needs to dance on Fremont Street. We need to show her what a true gentleman looks and acts like, and we need to show Sammy what she should expect when she comes to America for a proper good time. So whatever that looks like to you and your highest and greatest expectations, that's what we expect from Sammy.
Now there's a candidate right there. Jimmy V.
Oh, right.
What a representation of good.
Look at that.
You know TVB would make it happen too. He'd roll out
Shows
that
up just in time.
Just saying.
He'll show up with that sexy Tesla all wrapped and everything.
Yeah, what's
He'll be
going on
wrapped
with
and
that
ready to
Tesla?
go.
Wrapped and everything.
Pussy.
Oh, I see you. I see you out there, Franklin. I know Sammy likes a little chocolate.
Nice.
Man.
Okay, so for real,
Frosty dog, he says.
T Money, how many other communities are reaching out to come to PulseCon?
So we're already, Shiba Inu is already in. They're having a booth there.
Really?
Yeah, you look at their website. It's
Sweet.
Shiba Inu's in. Who else? So a lot of NFTers. There's a whole community of NFTers. Actually, I'm not supposed to say this, but there's a NFT group. It's called Las Vegas Panda. They're a big local scene. They're coming to PulseCon as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's Tech Alley. Tech Alley is a 501(c)(3). They're a startup like devs, and they're actually the ones that are sponsoring the hackathon as well. Do you know Cox Communications? I'm talking to them right now, and they're sponsors of. So they're piggyback on Tech Alley, and that's their sponsor is Cox Communications. So they're going to be there too, with their representing. So this is like people like it's kind of freaky where people really want to know what this is all about, and they want to be in the know. So, I mean, because of the I would say the keynote speakers, which is Mitch Lowe and as well as Foster Gamble, they bring a whole community that's not part of Pulse and Hex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're bringing that crowd, right? That they're in the in tech, they're in into real estate, they're into other investments, they're in VCers a lot. There's a group of VCs that are coming as well. I don't know. There's legacy VCs of Capital. I don't know if you know who they are, but they're a big deal. It's just amazing that the word's getting out. The word's getting out. It's us, the Hex and Pulse community, that has to talk about this. There was a big Hex group that went to Converge. Is that what it's called? It's in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
This last in Texas, and there was this huge NFT metaverse. Lindsay went to New York NFT week, right? So we're getting the word out, and it's got to be up to us. It's got to be up to us to get the word out. The more the word goes out, the better, because then people understands there's a community behind us. there's economic, like, outside of there's more economic pressure coming in into Pulse once it launches, right? So, so the people that they're waiting, I'm not going to get my ticket until PulseChain launches. Please get your ticket. It's, don't wait. We don't know when PulseChain is going to drop.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not what it's about. I mean, this
That's not what
community
it's about.
building.
It's about,
No,
yeah,
it's about coming out and meeting the community firsthand. And you never know the relationships that you can forge, and you never know what doors it will open for you. And that's what being in a bear market is all about, is digging down deep. And you have two investments to make. You have your financial investments and you have your self investments to make. And what are you doing to invest in yourself? Invest in the community around you. If you're finding that the situations you're in are not working for you, find another aspect that you can block, cancel, delete. But turning into the FN Hangout on Fridays, like, this is a good time. And this is where you can regather your sense of community. You have so many brilliant minds on this panel that you could tune in and ask any question. And not a single one of these individuals, I feel like I can safely say this, thank you, would ever turn you away for any question that you ever had. And no question is too simple. That's what we're all here for.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I feel the Hex and Pulse community is the best informed and educated community in crypto, bar none. We know not your keys, not your crypto. You'll be surprised how many people don't know just that one fact. They don't know. They don't know that one fact.
Yeah.
And they give their keys away all the time to other exchanges,
and they're all failing right now.
Yeah,
Right.
Right. And so, like, I love the bear market. This is my third cycle of bear market, because it's kind of like the tide goes down, right? All the tide goes down, and you can see who's naked underneath, right? Who's not wearing swimming trunks.
Who is swimming without trunks? Yeah,
that's right. And you're like, wow, that's a good one, right? And so it's really interesting to see people that you thought that were like, or organizations that thought, or coins or tokens that you thought that were solid, and they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got an email today from Voyager. Yeah, I had tried out that space like years ago, right? Yeah, because Voyager's been around for a number of years. I mean, I'll be the first one to say I even tried out Celsius years ago, right? But then when I learned, like, yeah, this is not the value proposition that I want, because I love new tech. I love new things and checking those things out and stuff. But, like, I didn't get wrecked by Celsius. I didn't get wrecked by Voyager, because you know what? My coins were not on there. Hey, took your little $10, $20 bonus money and walked away. But I mean, like, we're seeing the repetitive cycles of things going down. And I have some aspect of what I think about, like, the next stablecoin going down, but I can't be 100% sure, so I'm not going to talk about it. But bull kinetics. But seriously, I mean, like, literally, you could see this, and you can see it. I love this thing. Is like, I was trying to talk to this gentleman. You can see it in the memes or the memes, that type of thing. Is like, who's going down next, and it's literally happened step by step by step. I'm not excited about that. Because there's people involved behind this, like, people invested their money into crypto and stuff, and have gotten absolutely 100% wrecked. Their money's gone, locked up. Like, good luck. And it's terrible. I mean, it's tragic. But that's why I'm so thankful for, like, the Hex community and stuff like that, because when I made my decision to get involved with Hex, like I look at things, especially like after watching Richard Hart before he even launched Hex. But I made a decision that, like, follow the smart people, and really have that objective eye, because like right now, like finances are getting ruined for so many people. And like there's some Hexicans that just listen to the advice that has been put out by people who don't want anything from you. Like, I'd like to be like Richard Hart. You can't, I mean, you can go look on my Twitter page right now. Like, I will never ask you to join a paid group because I'm not looking for your money. I'm like, and at this aspect of my life and the considerations in this bear market, and Johnny Chaos kind of helped me with some of the stuff, like understanding aspect today, is the fact that, like, how can we take people to like find safe crypto markets, there's so much stuff, and there'll be a lot more stuff in the next bull cycle that are going to get people wrecked. How can we help those people avoid those, those rocks, so to speak, in the safe harbor?
And I think just like the markets too, that's going to be a cyclical pattern, right?
Yeah.
Like more people are going to get in, people are going to get wrecked,
Sure.
and then it's just going to keep happening.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important that we educate.
Yeah, that's why you have to keep your Twitter space, your Discord, and your Telegram clean. And, if there's noobs coming in asking questions and it's not the space for them, then kindly and gently correct them and send them to a place where they can get that information. Because when you say run out of patience with these noobs, remember that we're still in early days, and you could throw a stone outside your house and probably hit at least 5 people that are like, what's, that Bitcoin. And you're like, no, that's not even, like, you've had it in your wallet for a year. You've been looking at the word hex for a year. Where did you get Bitcoin from? The news? Like, So be patient with these noobs that come in. That's how you foster that community, because that's what we're looking for when we're finding projects outside of this ecosystem. How do they treat their community? How do you treat the noobs that are coming in and learning your new technology? Are you fostering that growth? And we do a really good job of that in our community. There's so many amazing streamers out there on here, and people out there fostering these relationships. Like, we're really lucky that we have that. So keep your algorithms clean, keep your Twitter and Discord friendly. And, if it's not the space for maybe the masses, then close it up a little bit. That's all. Friendly tip.
Yeah. And, I'd love to see, I'm not at that level type thing of producing content, but like, I'd love to see more people, even in the Hex community, producing content of like, what do you do psychology wise? What do you do in the bear market? Because one of the things I can only share from my experience is like, and I'll give a shout out to Jim Rat Crypto and Sam Stoltz, is the fact that, like, I connected with them shortly after Vegas meetup in March. Went through the COVID thing, or excuse, I shouldn't have said that, the vid thing. But I mean, it literally has dynamically changed my personal life. I actually made the decision beforehand, like just a week and a half before they launched the whole crypto fitness challenge. But this is our community, the Hex community, has absolutely nothing to do with finance or coins to buy that type of thing. But health-wise, I mean, I've dynamically changed my life, because what do you do when you're in a bear market? Well, you focus. Well, you focus on the things that you can change. Like, I can't change the economics of this down market cycle. I can be thankful that I survived it. I could do what, excuse my French, a wrecked pleb would do, and just start rushing at things and trying to fix things where you can't fix them. Like, you just got to let the cycle continue till it's, done. But I've improved my life in so many aspects, mentally or physically, So I am prepared for that next bull cycle. And, you know, they're just one aspect of making things helpful, you know.
So sorry to cut you off, man, but I got a question for the person who found out or who got a hold of Meet Kevin and made the Richard Hart interview happen. Let's have a follow-up on that, guys, because Meet Kevin just lost a lot of money with BlockFi.
Yeah.
And I think even Voyager. And I'd love to have that conversation where Richard can say, hey, remember when we talked a year ago? I could have saved you if you'd just been willing to listen. So I want to follow up on that conversation because it'd be nice to get in front of a whole new audience again and say, hey, not everybody was wrecked. Hex users unaffected. Yeah. I mean, other than our portfolios being down a little bit right now, but
I don't know, Kevin.
But our project isn't gone, you know, the product isn't gone because it's not a project. So,
hey, welcome to the chat, Naked HD. Good to have you back.
Naked HD. I can reach out to Graham. I don't know Kevin, so.
Well, then get on it. Graham's a little shy with anything crypto.
I know.
Andre, Jick, and Meet Kevin, I think, are going to be the easier crowds to break into.
Yeah,
Andre Jick just did a really good video breaking down how BlockFi went down and FTX is trying to bail them out. They had a $4.8 billion valuation, and they're down 99%. FTX is picking up BlockFi right now for $25 million. It's a fire sale. And so it's crazy because these guys are so illiquid. And then those of you guys who've been watching the news, you're seeing Celsius is supposedly going to be picked up by Goldman Sachs right now to try to bail them out. But I think these guys, if anyone knows anything about crypto, guys, when a big project like that goes down, it does not recover. There is no recovering. This Luna 2.0 is going to fail as well. So we'll see what happens.
Bye-bye. Oh, it ain't done getting wrecked yet. They're just trying to hold everything up right now.
Yeah. I know.
Big Bad Wolf is coming for the House of Sticks next.
Everything's got to get cleaned out, right? I mean,
that's what's happening.
It will be interesting to see what survives, what is actually going to produce utility and what will just vanish. I mean, compared to 2 years ago, there was 6,400 cryptos, 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe a little less around there. And now we're up over 20,000 projects.
Over 20,000 according to Nomics. Yep.
And now we're dropping and continuously dropping.
The dead list is growing. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, and thank goodness for that. I mean, honestly, like when the Ripple lawsuit and all this with the SEC, we'll at least get some clarity either way. And then I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's great in some regards to move fast and break things and see what works and what doesn't, throwing it all against the wall. But I personally am only sending friends and family and viewers of our channel to things that we know are tried, tested, and true. Mm-hmm. Something that has code that's written down that can be verified and has been audited and is a finished product with no admin keys. So those things are tantamount to my principles, to my integrity. Those are the things that if I am not going to invest in them, why would I put them in front of other people? That's why
stay away from all the things that Richard has destroyed over the last 2 years.
It's everything that crypto stands for. That's why it's such a paramount peg for people to understand and like even just to have that logo flash in front of them. That's why it's like, that's like why I'm out there running and jumping and like waving my hands in front of these communities, like reaching out, like whatever utility they will have in the real world, so to speak. Like they don't know what the real value is until it's in front of them. And like, that's the whole point of jumping out in front of this. Like, you know, so many of these things will just pop off, but when you're staked and you're here and you have this in front of you, it's hard to deny real code, real crypto.
Well, how many
Richard has been warning for the last 2 years.
How many of these platforms and bridges and networks and stuff have to be liquidated or be hacked or be rugged
Right.
and with Hex still standing.
Yeah.
And they still want to call Richard a scammer and Hex a scam. And there's not one person out there that can say they've been rugged or scammed by it. So eventually you think, how many of those, when will they finally come clean and just admit, like, okay, we've been calling this a scam.
Never.
It's not a scam.
Never.
Just,
No, but
just go out there and destroy them all.
It's real simple, okay? Stop being a little fucking bitch. You're a scumbag, scamming piece of shit. You don't realize it. I'm going to help you understand that.
And you guys
was
just
awesome.
just saw the new teaser trailer for the Highest of Stakes movie. Guys, let's give it a round of applause.
That's not it.
I don't know who put that in there. It was in there. I didn't know if it. I thought maybe it was old. Is it not old? Did I screw something
It's
up?
only like 3-4 weeks old. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not too old. It's less than a month, I think.
Nice. I hadn't seen that.
Nice segue.
Oh.
Yeah,
I love the drum and bass.
But what you guys were talking about, and one of the things about, not your keys, not your coins. I mean, I literally learned that, and I'm not like doing this to like shill Bitcoin or anything, or a person, but Andreas Antonopoulos, the first book I read when I got into crypto back in 2016 was Internet of Money. And he pushed, not your keys, not your coin. Now, I don't know where that guy is. I don't follow him. I haven't looked at anything in over 2 years.
He's
like,
licking
whatever.
hammers somewhere.
Yeah, whatever. But the thing was, like Richard came along and said the same thing, right? Like the basics are the basics. Like they don't change. Not your keys, not your coin. So anybody who's listening to this in 2 years' time, if you get wrecked when PulseChain launches and everything goes, and you look in these dev projects, or because there's going to be shit coins that are, excuse my French, I shouldn't have said that, but that are produced on PulseChain
right now.
I'm saying is like people are going to they're going to fall for the same scams. Not your keys, not your coins, and they're going to put their money into some trust-based aspect or exchange. They're not going to follow simple rules, and they're going to get wrecked. Yeah, just my thought.
So, can I give you guys some speculation why I think Pulse is taking so long? And I don't think it's him trying to time the bottom. This is just
Go ahead, Kinetics.
I haven't been listening to any of the other streamers out there. I've been too busy with the things that we're trying to build, this vertical integration. So I quite honestly may have been said by someone else at this point, but quite honestly, I got off the phone with a cybersecurity specialist today, who we were talking about working with our bank, and they have their own specialized network that isn't. So he talks about the reason why the internet is not secure is when you're building something with software, you can't add security after the fact. You have to build it with security in mind at the time of building it. And the internet was not built with security in mind. So you're trying to patch security on top of the internet. There's better ways to do this. There's private networks, different things, I won't bore you guys with the details, but we started talking about bridges. And I think the holdup for this is you look at $100 million disappears off of Harmony One, 600 million off the Ronin bridge from the Ethereum blockchain. all these hacks, the Polygon attack that almost cost them $1.4 billion, but the developers got to it before the hackers did. I think, honestly, they are trying to find a more bulletproof bridge coding right now. That is my speculation. My speculation is, I think, if based upon the things that Richard Hart has said in the past, where he says we would rather, we want to launch it at the perfect timing, but it's more important to launch early than it is to launch perfectly. I think he's 100% correct. Obviously, you want something to launch perfected, and I think that's what he's really waiting for. I don't think he's trying to time the bottom like like so many other people have stated. So,
and I've never thought about that aspect from the bridge aspect. That's
Oh, we were talking about this, that these bridges with this cybersecurity specialist, he was talking about these bridges. The problem with them, in some ways, he goes, it's not necessarily a good thing, but they're too decentralized is the problem. So you don't, and none of these things have been built. So a lot of people, if you guys understand how crypto actually works, it's cryptographically secured. So being something kinetic scan talk. I know, finally.
That's
so
rough.
when you guys talk about it being encrypted, encryption is obscurity. It isn't security. So as long as that information can still be found, there will be over time ways to break that encryption and that security. So the best way to secure something is for it to not to be found. So a lot of people think crypto is secure, and now it's more secure than HTTPS or anything else that we're using with web-based services right now. But it is not actual security because it is still built on a layer that didn't have security in mind when it was created. So my speculation, my 2 cents.
Hey, Black Hexkin, did you? I can't see it. Did you get a cash out just recently?
Let's see.
It's not sure. I can't see like it sent.
Nope. But we did just
Boomers
get
on tech.
2,000 hex.
Watch this in live time.
We did just get 2,000 hex. We appreciate the hex. We don't want to sell any hex. So if you have USD, then please
take it for the whole.
But we do appreciate that 2,000 hex.
I like this, Taurus. You're right. Every time you find yourself getting frustrated about PulseChain launch, drop and do 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
You will get ripped. That's right. No 0 days.
Shredded.
Yeah, I mean, if
zero
you're
days.
worried about the launch of something, then you are missing out on what's right in front of you. I'm sure that there's
100%.
something
I like that.
that needs your attention much more, like your kids, your wife,
Right.
not, like your keys. If you got your keys safe and you know where your crypto is, you don't have to worry about it, right? Like it's 11 o'clock. Your kids are.
Life happens every day, even outside of this space, this tech space and stuff like that. Like I'm just, if you're doing the basics, in life outside of crypto, like you're winning.
Yeah, for sure. And in this time where if you're a staked Hexican, which you should be, because that's a smart play, we're smart players here, go back and really do the security work. Go through and take the time to read through the tweets that you're clicking and read those websites. Like Connects just said, that Web 2 is not set up for your security. It is set up for their profit layer. So get that straight.
Mm-hmm.
Web 3 will be a different beast, and you need to educate yourself and prepare for Web 3. And I don't know about the parents out there, but you need to prepare yourself even more because that is a huge beast coming at your kids. They're coming at your kids for their data. They're coming at your kids for their dollars. They're coming at their kids for their personalities. They're coming at their kids for your I won't say it on stream, but you get it. Like kids are kids. They can make their own decisions about where they want to go in life. They don't need influence elsewhere. So leave it at that. But anyway, security. That's important. Sorry.
That is true. There's so I don't have insight on the specifics on some of these things, guys. So it's not that I'm trying to not talk about it, like Riz is going to give me a hard time for. But there is technology coming out, guys, and it's going to either enslave us or it's going to free us. And I'm very optimistic. I'm a realist in regards. I know there's going to be bad players that want to use it for bad, nefarious reasons, but there's a really good chance that these tools that we are creating, and I say we from the collective mindset, that will free us from this tyranny and will protect our own data from those who wish to use it in a malinformed way.
Mm-hmm.
Baby goats are called kids. They're targeting Briz and his family specifically. That was good. That's good.
So just not to break anything, but I gotta go. Thank you guys for having
Thanks for
me.
coming by, Team Money.
Man,
We appreciate you, man.
We're working hard for you guys, so come out in a
know
big
you
way
are.
with PulseCon, and thank you guys for have a good night. Okay.
See you in Vegas.
Have a
Talk
good
to
one.
you
See
soon.
you in Vegas.
Have a good
See you
night.
soon.
Got to check my limit orders real quick here. Any of you guys sell off a bunch of stuff? I really need you to sell some stuff off, guys, real quick. Go ahead and sell that 2,000 hex.
Sell.
Put
Get
that
out
into USDC.
now. Get out now.
It's all over, guys. It's all going to zero. Get out now.
Get out
Please.
now.
Gway's at 8 right now, so if you're gonna, it's a good time.
No, but I do love seeing throughout spaces that all the furus that were out there, they're all being held accountable, which is something that really, I don't know, maybe this is early days, or maybe it's because everything is so social media, which is true media, you know, like for the most part, in my humble opinion, is truer media. You know, like now we're seeing all these like furus being held accountable, where we necessarily never got to see that before because all these PR firms are so darn good at their jobs. But I think this is like cool days to see that.
I like that. I like that outlook.
You know, it's like you gotta know, and part of that is educating yourself and tuning in.
Yep.
Yeah, time in the field makes a difference, right? The longer we're out here, the more you learn.
I'm
You
excited
can't
that. Go ahead.
As you say, you can't really explain it to anybody. They have to go through it.
I was just gonna say it's just my first bear market, and I'm excited for the rest of them because if I'm handling it this well right now, like you know,
You say
once
the
I have
beer market? Yeah, the
Bear.
beer market. This is definitely a good market to be in.
bear market.
Air market. We're not in Germany.
Every
So we
time
talk-
Hex Lion says that, I think beer
We were
market.
talking about this the
Beer
other.
market.
We were talking about this the other day, though. I mean, if you are in Hex, like if you're staked and you're ladder staked, whether you've been in it for a long time or not, you obviously committed that staking in that Hex because you believe in the product, right? So stick with that. You know, remember why you staked and why you got into it already. And if you weren't here for the last bear market, or if you're not been in crypto long enough to experience the 80-90% dips, if you truly believe in it and you think that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when your stakes mature, that you're going to be there, you know, and Hex is going to be here and we're all going to be here to reap that, then you should be, not financial advice, but Gway's in single digits right now. Hex is under 4 cents. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? You know, right now, this is the time right now to pile those bags, because when this all straightens out and PulseChain launches and you'll have the copy and everything gets back on track the way it's supposed to be, and Hex can some of the smoke clears and some of these furus come out of the woodwork and start admitting that they sacked for Pulse and PulseX and stuff like that, and Hex goes viral and adoption's there, you're going to look back at this time and be like, what was I thinking? I was mentally crushed because of all the dips and drops and everything going on, and I could have been just buying it up at 4 cents and get a double on it and get the Hedron for it.
Oh, preach.
Preach.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
The only thing I'm sad about is, like, I'm gonna have to be with you, Gen Hex, like for the next 13 to 15 years.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over your shirt. What'd you say?
You like this shirt, don't you, bro?
So Pulse 777
I
got
do
a
like
subject for us to talk about. He says, "Hey, Captain, I love PLS Hex, but how can PLS or PLSX do a 1000X or even a 10,000X with the amount of coins issued? Would really appreciate it if you guys can explain how to us. So want it to happen, of course. So how many hex were created? I mean, billions of tokens, right? And we've got 10,000X. They were saying that in the beginning of the hex launch. Oh, there's too many tokens. There's no way it can do that many X's. There's no way it can do that. Well, it's done it. And it has nothing to do with the vanity metric of market cap being too high. What's going to end up happening is Hex, Pulse, PulseX are wrecking that metric. It's garbage. It's not a true judge of what the value of the token is. The people will decide the value, period, plain and simple. That's what's going to happen, is the value is going to be found by the people that are going to be using it. So there's no cap on how many coins you can have and how many X's it can do. There isn't. It's just what people are going to be willing to pay for it. And you've got to remember, liquidity is liquidity too. You can't take out more than what's in there. So somebody can be worth billions and billions and billions of tokens, but if the liquidity isn't there to remove it, it's just not there to. You can't take it out. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it really doesn't matter. The price of it can go all kinds of different ways.
It can go a lot higher than you can imagine, and a lot higher. It's funny because what was Richard using as a quote? I think it was actually Warren Buffett that said that prices can go higher than you can imagine, and can go down lower than your pocket can sustain, or something of that nature.
Yeah, it was.
I remember.
The market can remain
irrational. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I got a question. So people that have Hex in liquidity pools which basically makes it available for someone to buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's just say hypothetically Richard comes out whatever day it happens and he says, okay guys, in 2 days PulseChain's launching, right? So people with Hex liquidity are going to start pulling their Hex from the liquidity pools so that they have possession of them to get the copy. So some of these folks that think they're going to wait to the last second and try to hurry up and buy up a bunch of Hex to get the copy, there might not be any Hex to buy. And if there is any Hex, supply and demand, it may fire that price up there toward the end to where even if you're able to get some that somebody has left in liquidity, what's it going to cost? So again, I hate to keep saying it, but right now we've been all kind of in this stagnant, waiting on PulseChain to launch. It was all everybody was talking about a couple months ago, and now nobody really wants to say much about it because nobody wants to stick their neck out and assume or guess that when it's coming, but I guess just don't be that person that's sitting on dry powder waiting to think you're going to just play around with your money and then gobble up Hex just before launch, because there might not be any there to get.
Mm-hmm.
So my limit orders might not fill, huh? That's
depends how low you have them set.
Now, if you did have dry powder that you're waiting for after Pulse launch, then you could probably make some moves. And I'm not talking about Hex, but just one of the contrary things, because I agree with you, Gen Hex. It's like, there's nothing out there. And like when people start pulling liquidity, then you see the price of like Hex launch, the whole bit.
And I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a guru or on the stuff. I'm just going by what we're being told, right? The information's out there. We've been told this stuff's going to happen. a lot of the information, like Richard, he drops the Easter eggs, and it might not happen in the time frame we want it to happen in, but he breaks it down how everything's going to kind of go down, unless the plan changes or he has to, make some changes once he finds out, like from the devs, that something's not going as planned and they got to, change the plan. But otherwise, like I said, I went back and I was watching some of the older videos pre-Hex launch, when people were in the same situation but waiting on Hex to launch, and some of those old Richard Hart streams and stuff, and some of the stuff he talks about, it's almost like deja vu, where he's giving us information. And I know it was a long time ago because I could see Brazology in chat.
Wasn't that long? It wasn't that long ago. But people sit there and think like, what was it? 14 months did it take for Hex to launch?
Yeah, I wasn't here then, but that's why I went back and I wanted to see, like, what was Richard saying back then? What was the attitude in chat of people? Was it impatience or frustration or excitement or whatever? I was curious.
There was a lot of patience. Actually, a lot of us were trying to stack a lot more Bitcoin to free claim. A lot of us, up until the very end, I think a lot of people were like, "No, that's fine. It gives me more time to buy this cheap Bitcoin." Because earlier that year, before it had launched, 9 months before it had launched, we'd hit the all-time low in 2019 of $3,700. I mean, it went a little lower than that on some of the other exchanges, but a lot of people were hoping to stack some more Bitcoin to free claim their Hex before the adoption amplifier was even really a something that he had announced that they were going to do. Then he realized that's just not going to release enough on the market. We need another way for people to be able to buy this, and that's when they came up with the adoption amplifier.
Yeah, so, I remember.
I was going to say, if anybody out there listening to this, I mean, if you're getting frustrated and whatever, go back and watch some old RH streams. I think it'll make you feel better that this isn't the first time that the community, and like I said, I wasn't here then, so it was good to see, like, okay, this is how this works, right? Now, granted, you guys didn't have Uniswap and stuff like that back then either, right? So things have actually gotten better as far as the ability to be able to purchase and whatever compared to before, right? So by the time all this stuff does launch, we're going to have a lot more. It's going to be a lot more convenient for us to be able to do this stuff with PulseX going after launch stuff too, right?
All right, y'all scallywags, I gotta get out of here.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure having you, my lady.
Always good.
Thanks for everything.
Lovely to see you.
We appreciate you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
I have a question.
I'm going to follow. I stay out of there. I'm going to follow. I'm so sorry, Black Hexen. I'm just follow out here. We have ladies chat on Twitter tomorrow morning, early in the space with CZ Hexing. So if you're up and about, check us out on Twitter, 10 a.m., right?
Yeah, 10 a.m. Central Time.
Central Time. All right, noted. Thank you for that. So I guess I get an extra little bit of time, but thank you guys for letting me crush the hangout tonight. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys and all that you do for the Hex community and all that you do for crypto in general, because you're really crushing it in so many aspects, so many areas. And I love tuning in and hearing about all of the growth that you guys are all doing out there, all of the good word that every single one of you are spreading. I love following every single one of you on Twitter. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you. So thank you guys.
We appreciate you.
Oh, appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay.
So I saw this question in the chat, and it made me want to ask you guys, because I've actually had this conversation with my Crypto Sparbu guys, and then I've had this conversation with J Money from How to Pulse. And it's this idea of the stable coin, holding the stable coin going into the fort.
No,
do you
bad
think
idea.
that, okay, so I want to hear everybody's opinion, but do you think that USDC specifically will hold any value to be able to make any type of swap?
Yes, but it will not hold the value Hex will going on the other side. And it won't even hold the value, and Hex won't even hold the value that Maximus will going into the other side. If you're going to hold something, guys, you hold Maximus going on to the other side. So it's I did some some napkin math a while back, and if you're only going to get pennies on the dollar for your USDC, you're going to get potentially maybe up to a 1-to-1 with Hex, and you can buy Maximus now, and it continues to based on its staking rewards, essentially paying out the price appreciation almost twice what Hex is now in its short period of time being out there, because it's like holding a liquid staked Hex. And it pulling away from the price of Hex. I think you're going to get a much better ratio with Maximus than anything else out there, personally.
But I will. All right, I 100% agree because I hold pineapples in my hand. But I will say this: if Base launches before PulseChain, what's your thoughts on that, Kinetics?
I haven't really been paying attention to Base and Team yet, so I'll dig into the specifics on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I quite honestly, I don't think I can give anybody a well thought out debate on that because I don't know the specifics on it yet. So
okay, no,
but I don't like I don't like the idea of holding Team over Maxi, but Base may be a different situation. So
yeah, because I saw the early value in Maximus and stuff, and so and I really support the project. I think it's solid, and I think you're right on the aspect. But for new entry people, if it launches pre-Pulse, I have some ideas about Base that might be more beneficial for them getting in Maxi at this point.
Okay, what? So I want to know, Black Hexican, what everybody else that you've talked to, what their opinions are on this.
So Patrick, Crypto Sparkle guys, they're kind of along the same lines of what you're saying, that they would prefer to hold Hex or Maxi. Even some saying Pulse Doge. J Money and I mean, I don't know if it's changed, since I had him on stream with T-Rob. So, you could probably even go back and watch that. That's on Discourse. He was kind of advocating for holding a stable coin. And he had some reasons, behind it. I don't want to, misspeak his thoughts. But yeah.
I think Circle's going to invalidate or disable the coins on the other network. I really do. Because they're right now they're under a lot of scrutiny. Especially Captain himself knows he's been out in Washington D.C. lately, and the big discussion right now is getting clarification by the regulators on stable coins first and foremost. So they want to a lot of the experts out there that are very pro crypto want definitive regulation on the stable coins first. Instead of trying to regulate the whole space, let's take one bite of the elephant at a time. And stable coins is the easiest to go after because it becomes the base layer in which you can build the rest of the regulation off of. So with that in mind, USDC is very, very, very cautious right now, not only because of all the crypto bloodbath out there right now, but they very, very much want to be 1-to-1 backed. They were audited not too long ago, found that they were not backed 1-to-1, and they are trying to correct that as we speak now. So that adding an extra 45 billion circulating supply, just by saying, yes, we accept that this network is part of our network, and then having to come up with $45 billion cash to back it, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oops. Yeah. And now the other part of legislation that they're trying to speak about, and this is at the highest level of the government, is leaving Bitcoin and Ethereum alone as commodities and charging the rest of the crypto space as being securities.
Yep.
That's their play that they're speaking about, and that's got to be changed. That has to be changed.
And I think that's too big of an elephant to bite at. But I mean,
don't think that they can't do something like that. That is something that they can.
Well, I mean,
legislate into existence really quick.
See, theoretically, they could possibly do anything. It doesn't have to make sense because most of them have no effing clue what anything about crypto anyway. So
Yep.
The sky's the limit on what kind of stupid.
It all
laws.
depends on where that money comes from. Who puts the money and the legislation on that table and says, "Yep, make Bitcoin the commodity, make Ethereum," and why they would make Ethereum the commodity is like I don't know why they would say that, because Ethereum already got busted for being a security, had to pay fines. And
no, Ethereum didn't. No, they actually came back. They came back after the fact and said, "No, never mind. It's too decentralized. It probably was a security at one point in time, but
that's what I'm saying.
Got off the hook. Yeah.
The argument was that it was, but we're going to go ahead and let it slide.
Yeah.
And so we'll grandfather you in by letting it slide, since we don't want to go back, turn the book pages back to the front of the book.
I personally would like to see these things regulated as commodities.
They should all be.
When you have a company and a CEO, that's the whole point of a corporate structure and a CEO, is to take responsibility for the actions of the company, like a Ripple, an XRP. You are a security. I am sorry. And they may be, I don't think they're in the long run, they will win that battle. I know that there were some early decisions or some early arguments that were brought up that looked really good for XRP and Ripple. But I'll be quite honest with you. I think those that have an actual corporate structure around them, regardless of whether the product is a finished product or not, if you have a corporate structure around it, it looks like you are offering an illegal security pool. So, and I think that's the way that that'll shake out. But this is just guys a lot smarter than me watching these markets. This is their thoughts, and I'm just regurgitating what I'm reading, and it just seems to make sense to me. So,
yep.
Well, a question about that: if you're running off of code and you're not running out of corporate structure, then how can they?
Do you have a CEO? Does it look like you are doing something with a pool of money with the expectation from the work of others to create profit? That is what the CEO and the corporate structure looks like to them.
Yeah. So if there is none.
So with Hex, there isn't. With Bitcoin, there isn't. With Ethereum, there isn't. XRP, there is. Stellar Lumens, there is. There's some that are proposing that they're going to be launching on Pulse. I haven't seen any code yet, but they have corporate structures. So we'll see how that all shakes out, quite honestly. I just want people to be aware of these things, guys. Think about this. If you, it's one thing to have a DAO, a governance. In fact, in the state of Wyoming, DAOs are legal entities now. The reason Nevada won't accept that right off because we've actually talked to the politicians in Nevada, they won't accept this governance or this DAO as a legal entity as of yet, is because what the regulators like to call what did they call that? They want to identify the villain, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah.
Or identify the felon, right? RG3, right. I think is the verbiage that they use. So you can, if you've got a DAO where there's not actually anyone in charge, you can't charge someone with wrongdoing and regulation.
Yeah.
So I think that's an even stronger argument, even though you don't really necessarily want plebs that aren't technically minded to be the ones that lead the charge on what development should be made on the chain or with the coin itself. But if you have a CEO, COO, a chief financial officer, CFO, you have these things in a corporate structure, be very, very careful about being a crypto project right now, especially if you did a sacrifice or some other way of receiving a pool of money. So I want to see the guys that are launching on Pulse or claim that they're going to launch on Pulse to do well. I just want you to put these things in mind, because you can make all the existential arguments that you're not part of the class that can be attacked this way, but you'll be very surprised when they start putting cease and desist and issuing summons for you guys to show up.
And being cute with the whole sacrifice thing too.
That's no, and I appreciate that, Kinetics, because in the back,
I want to see these guys succeed. I want to see our whole ecosystem succeed, but the steps they're making are not the ones I would make if I were in their shoes.
Yeah, you can't take shortcuts. And now that we're growing, as crypto progresses and stuff, that, like you said, the legislation, the regulation will come. and it's operating within the framework. No, I appreciate what you said. I mean, that really, you know, I understand what you're saying, and it's like it really hits home because the fact that I'm thinking of the end user in the back of my mind while you're saying that is like people get involved in certain things that don't qualify for, you know, the regulation aspects.
Yeah.
And, you know, and going through like what we're going through right now with all these lending programs and these, you know, put your money in here, and we're seeing them rip down in live time. I mean, you know, and like
that's why this vertical infrastructure, this vertical building the whole vertical that Richard Hart wants is so crucial. And I wish we could have got more of the Hexicans and the Poseidons out there to just see that vision that we here at Discourse are trying to chase right now, because we're having a hard time finishing funding up the Hex Investment Trust. But some of these promise coins did sacrifices and made millions and millions and millions of dollars. And we're not even asking for your money. We're asking to just manage temporarily until you get the gains, your money, but we're not promising a promise coin out there. But the promise coins with the sacrifices made a hell of a lot more money than we did. And I just wish that we would have had some more like-minded individuals that understood that the vertical build is way more important than hoping to get some speculative assets.
It'll catch on, little camper. Don't you buck up.
Right.
Don't you worry.
We'll do. It is just frustrating. It's frustrating knowing that we have literally built exactly what Richard Hart wants. He has as much come out and said so. Yep. And then we're having a hard time finishing funding the rest of this. But man, these sacrifices had no problem raising millions of dollars for people for stuff that they haven't even shown code for. So
yeah, and that note is like, people be aware. There are like projects launching pre-launch.
Buyer beware.
They're doing like really shady sacrifice stuff.
It's about the moon.
It's about the moon. You're exactly right.
100%
That's what
correct.
it is. Yeah, they don't want to see stable, solid, good, responsible projects that have done all the homework and stayed above board. They want that moon, baby. They'll take the risk.
Oh, the moon. Okay, now I caught it. Okay.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It's been 2 hours. It's been an FN Hangout. I appreciate you all. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next week. And Monday is 4th of July, so I will not be having a chatting with the captain because I'm going fishing, baby. I'm going fishing.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, one more. Hey, everybody. I haven't seen Hexo. Anybody seen Hexo out there? Tell him I miss him. We miss you, brah. Where you at? In honor of Hexo. It's really
Love you, man.